All right, everybody. Thought I'd do an update on the little Dodge Ram 50 or Mighty Max or whatever you want to call it. They're pretty much the same thing. So check out the 440. I got it disassembled for the most part. Got the gay ass accessories, all that stupid shit off. You know, you never know when you tear into these motors what they're going to look like. Surprisingly, well, here, I'll show you. The intake obviously got moisture in it. You can see the rust. Flip it over. So that was an issue, and that kind of scared me. But only 2 barrels got a little bit of rot, as you can see. But I've already gone in there with a Scotch-Brite and some WD-40, and that shit comes right off. Now, if you look closely in here, you can see still got some hone marks. So all in all, I think the block's in good shape. I haven't got the oil pan yet off, but I'm really just waiting for my roommate to get home, because he's supposed to bring home the engine hoist so I can get this thing out of here. Even though it's stripped down, man, this block still weighs quite a bit. So, but the plan is to get rid of these cast iron heads. Even though they're good, I didn't see anything really wrong with them. Nothing stood out. These don't look like factory gaskets. These look like, you know, aftermarket. So I'm pretty sure that this motor's at least had the heads off at once in its life. But all in all, the galley looks good here. There's no there's really nothing standing out here. All this junk in here is just pieces of the fabric from the gasket there. So far, nothing's jumping out at me screaming, hey, this is a shit motor. In fact, it's quite the contrary. Oh, a neat little thing too, you guys are wondering what kind of big block you have. Over here are the casting numbers. So this is what you want to pay attention to, the last. So that's the displacement, so 440, and then the -7 is the year it was manufactured. So this is a LM block, I guess is what they're called. The 400-6630. So if you guys out there, I'm not a Mopar guy. I don't know a lot about them. That's kind of why I wanted to stick with this motor. Mainly because, like I said, I've never done it before. And I'm curious. I like to see how other engine manufacturers do things. And I've seen similarities. It's kind of interesting, like motor-wise. I'm really familiar with Fords and Chevys, especially this era. And you can see similarities between both manufacturers kind of rolled into one here. So it's kind of pretty funny. Like, for instance, the distributor's up front like a Ford, but the intake manifold plane and the heads and all that are more like a Chevrolet. And the fuel pump is located where the Chevrolet locates it, but the bell housing's more like a Ford. It's just funny. It's just, I know it's not really what's going on here, but it's just engineering wise, you can tell they swapped engineers over the years between manufacturers, because you see a lot of commonalities between them. American engines at this year around this. So this is a mid-70s block, late 70s I should say. It's a 77. So far, I haven't seen anything that scares me, so basically I'm just going to tear her down, throw a set of rings and bearings in it, and call the rotating assembly good. I will be swapping the cam out. Just want something a little peppier. Not that I see anything here that stands out that scares me with it. It's just, then again, I don't have the timing cover off yet, so we'll see. There's still some more tear down to do, but I don't want to do it in the back of the truck. I actually want to get it up out of here and put it on an engine stand, which I will be purchasing. I finally have an excuse. I actually need to buy another one, because there's a 350 back here over there that also needs to get torn down and inspected. So yeah, this thing needs to get torn down, and that one's going to get overhauled. I think we're going to make a stroker out of that one. And then finished my snowblower. Never did upload a video about it. This thing's a 1984, believe it or not. And I got the first tanks representing. Tracks you know, track-driven snowblower. And I am a tank mechanic, so yeah, figured it'd be fitting. Anyways, can't wait for the first snow fly to actually see how this bad boy works. That motor's been pepped up a little bit. Kind of neat. They actually do sell performance parts for these type of engines now, thanks to the go-kart scene. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, the plan with this is to go aluminum top end. That should save me a few £100. That's an exaggeration, but no shit, these heads are fucking heavy as fuck. Same thing with that intake manifold. The intake manifold weighs like fucking 30 pounds. Each cylinder head's probably a good 60, 70 pounds. So, I mean, at the very least, I can make this motor weigh like 200 pounds less. And that's the idea. I really don't think... I'm not really going for peak performance with this motor, honestly. I want something that's going to chug a lug and just something I can abuse, you know. So we're going to leave those flat tops in there. I want to leave it stock compression. We'll just get more flow out of the heads. More flow always equals more go. And you keep the compression low. You don't have to run race fuel or anything crazy like that. I can run it on pump gas, which is the idea. It would be really, really nice to make this a monster. Not gonna lie, it's not too difficult to get like 400 to 500 horses out of these motors naturally aspirated, which would be neat. It really would. But I mean, the price point difference between those heads and that cam and that setup is like almost $1,000 difference. So no, honestly, I get this running just a hair under 400 horsepower. I think I'll be pretty happy with it. Anything over 350 in a fucking 1,200 pound truck is going to be just fine. So anyways, thanks for sticking in with me this long. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What should I do with this motor? You know, like, should I just kind of leave it, you know, or should I actually spend the money and just put some trick parts in it? I don't think I need to. I really don't. I think it just needs to be cleaned up and, you know, but hey, I'm open to suggestions. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Mopar guy. So if any of you guys watching actually know a lot about these engines, hit me up on my comment section down there. And if you know any neat little tricks, anything cool like that, let me know, because I'm totally open to doing new things. Oh, one thing I also will be doing, I'm gonna get rid of these fucking head bolts. They just don't look like they're all that great. I mean, they're fine but I'm a big fan of studs, so I will be getting a stud kit for that, especially because anytime you put aluminum against cast iron, they have a tendency to warp and shit. So using studs will keep that from happening, at least prevent it. Anyways, see you guys. Like, share, subscribe.